Every day, everywhere, a universal journey unfolds. A journey from uncertainty to purpose, from innocence to experience. A journey of growth. A story as old as time, it is the same, captivating no matter how many times it has been told. The path to adulthood is paved with decisions that shape who we become. The coming-of-age story is so commonly told in Japanese media because of the great connection that many have to it. Those who have walked the path understand the crucible that is adversity, and they know the unwavering spirit produced out of that crucible.
Hi, my name is Dong, and I'm an animator working in the Japanese animation industry. And working in this industry, I worked on many different shows, films, games, and commercials. But one thing that really stood out to me was the production of a show called Sonny Boy. And today, I like to talk about that.
Sonny Boy is a 12-episode original series produced at Madhouse that aired in 2021. This was a directorial work of one Shingo Natsume, a longtime director at the studio known for shows that break the mold, including One Punch Man back in 2015 and the recent Tatami Galaxy season in 2022. Sonny Boy is no different, and its odd way of storytelling might not be for everyone, but if one were to dig deep, one will surely find something meaningful and beautiful in its narratives and themes. Minor spoilers ahead. We follow meek third-year middle school student Nagara and his classmates as they suddenly become transported into a series of different worlds, each with their own unique rules and paradigms. The group floats through limbo as they attempt to survive and find belonging. Nagara's classmates seem to develop amazing abilities while he stays the same as he tries to find his own place in this new world. The premises are often absurd, but isn't life so as well? Each episode focuses on a different character and their individual journey, but will always coalesce into a thought-provoking, broader narrative. Time skips, characters, plot points often feel disconnected, but drifting in limbo for an ungodly amount of time will often make one feel like that, disconnected. Nagara grows up, people drift apart, but that's life, and accepting that is part of growing up. It's coming of age in its purest. The art in the series is often simple, a light two-tone design without many of the effects and post-processing that you see in many contemporary anime. Sonny Boy is very pure in a sense, and brings me back to early 2000s digital anime where often the drawings themselves have to carry a scene. While simple, this simplicity allows the artist to do some unique and creative things rarely seen in TV anime, going into an almost auteur direction with some truly experimental scenes. In spite of the simple design of many elements of the series, it does great things with what it has, and has no lack of beautiful cinematography and the scenes you can screen cap for your wallpaper. Truly, it is every frame a painting. Audio design here is also one of the strongest. The audio director knows when silence is needed to emphasize a certain mood, and he knows when something upbeat is required to help move a scene along. The various tracks that the artists created to score the series feels odd and experimental. It somehow perfectly fits the tone of the series. The soundtrack is freely available on YouTube. Go check it out. I was privileged to be able to join the production, albeit it was only a couple of scenes. In a miracle rarely seen in the industry, I was able to finish early on my previous project, a series called Aharen-san, and assisted on the production of Sonny Boy, helping out my coworkers who were already assigned on it. During production, the series was called Lightyear, and why the production name of Lightyear never stuck, I don't know. Maybe not to be confused with Pixar's film of the same name that was in production at the time. Sonny Boy is not a straightforward series to watch. It is often obtuse and confusing to certain viewers as plot points are often absurd and they jump around. My studio was only assigned to one episode, and we only received the storyboards for that one episode. So imagine the difficulty of understanding the story when you are randomly jumping in the middle of it without knowing how it had started and how it ends. A lot of reactions to the boards were, oh, he cuts the film reel and it cuts real life, and cue a look of confusion. While I never experienced it as I joined the project very late, it seemed that the meetings with the episode director cleared up little. Animators were often just told to animate exactly what was boarded. Character A does action B, character C reacts with expression D, and only their little sequence would make sense to the animators themselves. Honestly, I didn't have great confidence in this project at the beginning. Madhouse, the studio producing Sonny Boy, has been in decline since the early 2010s, and in fact, my studio, Studio Nut, mainly consists of ex-Madhouse artists that had left and formed their own studio. It is true that the 2015 Madhouse One Punch Man worked out really well, and if Natsume-san is directing again, there might be hope here for a much deeper narrative and nuanced storytelling compared to what the rest of the industry was producing. While I feel that very few of the creative staff outside of Madhouse fully understood the story during production, everybody still had great confidence. My producer would tell me something along the lines of, "The show's about a bunch of kids getting stuck in another world or something, but since it's Natsume-san, it should be all good." When looking at the model sheets for the first time, I thought they looked rather standard, especially the characters. I had drawn Japanese school children every year of my career in the industry here, but there would be hints of unique and inspired design. My favorite character, at least design-wise, is Rajdani. I always get a dopamine rush when I see a unique design for the first time, and I think that designers capture Rajdani's personality and his look perfectly. I feel like the individual episode directors trusted their creative staff and left them to do their own thing. This allowed scenes to have a lot of individuality, although at a slight cost of characters being off-model sometimes. Schedule was tight, like most productions in the industry. In fact, tight scheduling was why I was even put on the production. Despite how special the show looks, Sonny Boy was ultimately a low-budget original anime. While no one camped overnight in the studio to make this, as we don't really do that anymore, everybody still worked full gas. But despite all those things holding it back, everything was finished and we were left with something truly inspired. Overall, I think this series turned out really well. I wish I had a bigger part in it. Go check out Sonny Boy if you haven't already. I think it was one of the most underrated series of 2021. If you go through the 12-episode journey with Nagara and his classmates, I'm sure you too will find understanding and a sense of place. The spark ignited in all the characters continued to burn brightly even after the final episode, fueling the pursuit of purpose and the quest for meaning. Nowadays, it's often too hard to find something as nuanced as this series. That's it for me. Thanks to everyone supporting the channel on Patreon. You guys help make videos like these happen. If you would like to support the channel, links are down below. Patreon members get some unique content to them every month. Other than that, check out my social media and have a great day.
Rather be light again than recede